2 Dear continued. The prince and the ministers wanted the criminal to escape. So the guard was removed, but he did not do so. When he found that the guard was missing, he himself went to the royal kitchen and fetched his food and returned to the prison, shut the door on himself, and stayed inside. The criminal was on a comfort zone inside the prison. He had a house, free good food to relish. The ministers thought that when there was no guard to watch him, he would run away. But that did not happen. The ministers suggested to run away, as there was no guard to stop him, and the prince would not mind. But the criminal was reluctant to run away. He gives many reasons for not escaping from the prison. He tells the minister that by giving him death sentence, they had ruined his character and people would turn their backs, which means people would ignore him and disrespect him. Nobody will give him work or a job. He tells that he has got used to this comfortable life and had become lazy. Moreover, he was treated badly. He says that it was unfair, as when he was sentenced to death, they should have done it, but they did not do that. He accused them of changing the punishment to life imprisonment and putting a guard to watch him and fetch him food every day. And finally, he accused them of removing the guard, and so the criminal himself had to fetch food from the royal kitchen. So he refused to escape. Thus the criminal blamed the prince and the ministers. The ministers became helpless. Once again, the council discussed and concluded that the prisoner must be sent away somehow. They wanted to get rid of him. As they did not have any other alternative or options, they decided to give him a pension and reported the matter to the prince and offered to pay 600 francs annually if he leaves the prison and go away. The ministers thought that it was cheaper than keeping him in the prison, as cost of living increases day by day. Now the criminal finally agreed on condition that his pension would be given regularly without fail. At last, the criminal walks out of the prison, taking an advance of 1/3 of his pension. That is, the pension amount agreed is 600 francs. 1/3 of 600 is 200 francs. So he takes away 200 francs in advance. He left the king's domain, travelled for about 15 minutes, quarter of an hour, 15 minutes, emigrated, settled in another country, settled across the border and bought a bit of land, purchased a small piece of land and carried on a business, market gardening, and lived there comfortably. The conclusion of the story is that the prisoner goes to Monaco every year at proper time to draw his pension. Then he goes to the gaming house to play roulette, as roulette gaming was only in Monaco. He stakes 2 or 3 francs. Sometimes he wins, sometimes loses. But he lives peaceably well without any problem. So, through this story, we can say that the criminal is lucky enough because though he committed murder, he was awarded but not punished. But luckily, he did not do any other criminal acts. Students, this is how dealing with a criminal proved too expensive, too dear to the Prince of Monaco. Thank you.